Hello friends, this video on integrals part 15 is brought to you by examfear.com. No more fear from exam. Before watching this video, please make sure that you have watched part 1 to part 14. Let's take one more example. This is a little simple question. So if you see here, we have 2 cos x minus 3 sin x, right? And if you take 2 common here, so this becomes 1 by 2 into 2 cos x minus 3 sin x by this becomes 3 cos x plus 2 sin x. So here if you take this guy as t, if you take this guy as t, that is 3 cos x plus 2 sin x as t, I get cos x becomes minus sin x, minus 3 sin x plus 2 sin x becomes cos x, dx is equal to dt. So if you see, this kind of term is there in my numerator, minus 3 sin x plus 2 cos x into dx integration. So this is nothing but, again write 1 by 2 constant here, this guy into dx is nothing but dt, and this guy is nothing but my t, correct? And that is nothing but 1 by 2 dt by t, that is 1 by 2 log t, log mod of t, and there is plus come constant, that is 1 by 2 log of 3 cos x plus 2 sin x plus constant. Please note this constant is critical. If you don't write constant, you may get 0 marks also, because logically there should be some constant, because there's so many equations for which the differentiation is this kind. So we explained this, the criticality of this constant in the earlier slides, and that is the answer. So going by this only, you can see that this 2 is common. If you take this 2 common, this is like this, and if you take differentiation of this, you get this, right? Because 3 cos x becomes 3 minus 3 sin x, 2 sin x becomes 2 cos x. So this was a pretty easy question. Let's take one example. So again we have this 1 by cos square x 1 minus tan x squared dx. What we should take as t? One thing I told is, if you have some variables and the square or cube or some to the power some value, you try to take that as t. That is helpful. So I'll try to take 1 minus tan x as t. I'll just try. So with this I get minus sec square x dx as dt. So let me see, do I have sec square x dx? Yes, I do have, because cos 1 by cos square x is sec square x only. So this is nothing but sec square x dx by 1 minus tan x whole square, correct? Sec square x dx is nothing but minus dt, so I'll write as minus common here, minus dt by, and 1 minus tan x is t square. So this is nothing but t to the power minus 2 plus 1 by minus 2 plus 1, and into minus 1 is there, plus some constant, and that is nothing but 1 by t plus some constant, and that is nothing but 1 by t is nothing but 1 minus tan x plus some constant. And this is the answer. This is the easy question. The only thing is, you should realize that you have to take this guy as t. If you take any other, for example, if you take cos x as t, it won't help, because if you take cos x as t, you will get minus sin x dx as, and this kind of thing is not here in the numerator, so I'll ignore this. But if I take minus 1 minus tan x as t, my life is simple. Let's take one example, cot x log of sin x. So let's see what we can take as t. We can take either cot x as t, log of sin x as t, or sin x as t. Let's try all three. So if I take cot x as t, I get, you get minus cos x square x dx equal to dt. This term is not here, so we can't take this. Next is sin x as t. If I take sin x as t, I get cos x dx as dt. Cos x is there, So this equation will turn out to be cos x by sin x log of sin x dx. That will become cos x dx will become part of dt by t log. Even this is not a very good solution or very simple solution. Here also we have to take now log t as some other values. If you take this now, so here we have to take now log t as some m, let's suppose m. So I get 1 by t dt is equal to dm. So 1 by t dt I'll write as dm by log t as m, right? So this I'll get as nothing but m to the power minus 1. So this the log t is here, log t dt. So if I take log t as m, because this is also not a simple one, so I'll take m dm. It becomes m dm, and there is nothing but m square by 2 plus constant. What is the value of m? M is nothing but log t. That becomes log t square by 2 plus some constant, correct? And what is the value of t? T is nothing but sin x. That becomes log of sin x square, the whole thing square by 2 plus 1. And that is my answer. So this answer I got by taking sin x as t and then again log t as m. The third approach was if I take the whole log sin x as m. So let's try that also. Let's see if this with that I get easier solution or not. So I take log sin x as t. So if you differentiate, you get 1 by sin x into differentiation of sin x, that is cos x dx is equal to dt. That is cot x dx is equal to dt. Now my equation is like this: cot x log sin x, that becomes cot x. My equation is cot x into log sin x dx. Cot x dx becomes dt and log sin x is t, so this becomes t dt, correct? And there is nothing but t square by 2 plus some constant, and t is what? T is my log sin x. That is nothing but log sin x whole square by 2 plus, and that is my answer. So if you see, answer is same. In this case my solution was a lot simpler. So there are two different approach. In this case I took sin x as t, and this case I took log sin x as t. I got the same answer, but this was a simpler one. So you can use any other way. The goal is you have to make your integral simpler. So in this case I made one step simpler, then I took one more step, and my equation was simpler here. In this case, in one shot itself, my equation becomes simpler. So you can follow any other approach. The goal should be to make these kind of integral equations to be simpler ones so that you can solve it. Let's take one more example. So we have sin 2x to the power 1 by 2 into cos 2x dx. As I told, anything to the power 1 by 2 or 1 by 3 or something, you have to take that as t. That is easier way. So let's try that funda and assume this guy as t. It may work, may not work, we don't know. Let's try. To take sin 2x t, you get cos 2x into 2 or 2 cos 2x dx is equal to dt. And here, now let's see if you have cos 2x dx term here. Yes, we have cos 2x dx term. So this guy will become root of sin 2x is t into cos 2x dx is nothing but you divide both sides by 2 dt by 2. And this is a simpler equation because 1 by 2 is constant here, t to the power 1 by 2 dt, and that is nothing but t to the power 1 by 2 plus 1 by 1 by 2 plus 1, this whole thing into 1 by 2 constant plus some constant, correct? This is nothing but 1 by 2 into t to the power 3 by 2 by 3 by 2, so 2 will come here, this gets cancelled, plus that is nothing but t to the power 3 by 2 plus 3 plus c. What is t? T is nothing but sine 2x. So this becomes sine 2x to the power 3 by 2 by 3 plus the cost, and that is my answer. Correct? Because t is this. So it was a simple question because the first thing we tried was sine 2x is equal to t. Why we took sine 2x? Only because I told you that anything of ax plus b to the power 1 by 3, 1 by 2 or some number or something to the power something, you take this guy as t. Correct? We had one example where we have 1 minus x to the power, let's suppose 8 into x dx, right? So in this case we took this guy as t. So with this what happened, this becomes t and this becomes 1 minus x is t, so it becomes t. 1 minus x is t, so x is 1 minus t. They become 1 minus t. T to the power 8 into 1 minus t is easy to find, and 1 minus x to the power 8 into x is difficult to find. If you compare these two, t to the power 8 into 1 minus t is easy to find. This is nothing but t to the power 8 minus t to the power 9, right? But this guy is difficult to find because here we have to find 1 minus x to the power 8. It's difficult, so we generally take this guy as t. So this becomes simpler equation. Correct? So here also we tried the same approach. This guy was to the power 1 by 2. We tried to take this as t and this worked for us. Thank you. Visit examfear.com to watch free educational videos, try free online tests, get the best quality study materials, study from the best tutors and mentors, and much more. Thanks once again.